Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is Head Out with your auto agent. How do you like these gauges? I'm sitting here today in the all-new Volvo XC-60, their compact crossover. And today we were going to be doing a quick tutorial rundown on this. This is Volvo's current generation infotainment system. I believe they refer to it as the iSense system. And we're just going to do a quick rundown on how to operate this car. If you have this vehicle, hopefully this is helpful as a nice refresher course if you're having trouble using the system. And if you've been shopping some vehicles, maybe this will give you a quick introduction on how easy and how nice the system is. I personally had the opportunity to sit in many different cars, see many different car lines, and to me, I consider myself somewhat tech savvy. This is a pretty easy system to use. So let's start off there. And this system is going to be featured on just about all of Volvo's new, current, and upcoming lineup. You're going to have a nice, colorful, high-resolution 9-inch screen. It's horizontally laid out, or vertically laid out, I'm sorry. And you have not too many buttons. The only hard buttons you're going to find are going to be for the radio volume, radio controls, a defroster, and a hazard button. That's about it. You're then going to get to this little horizontal button with the line. I call that the home button. It'll bring you to this screen where it's going to show your first 1, 2, 3, 4 favorite categories, and I'm going to show you how to switch those categories. So these are probably the categories you're going to want available to you at all times. Maybe it's the ones that you click on the most. The one feature that it is going to be touch is going to be the climate control feature. So if you see down here at the bottom of the screen, those are all climate control. So I have driver and passenger temperatures, the direction. This is where you can adjust direction and speed, and then your heated seats. I am sitting here in a Momentum model. Some models might have more buttons here, like for the heated steering wheel and other functions. But just to see what it looks like, let's click on it. So if you click on the clean zone button, it brings up your climate button. So now you got the defroster, the AC, circulating air, and then the direction that you want the air to blow. There's really no lag time at all. It's pretty responsive, and then of course speed. You can tap and you can swipe. So as far as temperature for the driver, you click on the number, and again you can either tap or swipe, and I'm going to lower mine today here. Same deal for the passenger temperature. There's a close button to X out. Heated seats, I think by now you probably figured out how that works. You click on it and you can either turn it up, turn it down, off, and there's a button for the heated steering wheel. If you want to close out this screen, there's a close button. So those are the climate controls. So now on to the vehicle functions. So again, these are going to be most likely your 4 favorites that you want to have ready and to go. So right now it is showing the navigation, the satellite radio, the phone category, and then the fuel consumption app. And there's going to be 3 screens. If you see on the top, you can see 3 buttons. I don't know if you can see that, but that means there's 3 pages. And how do you access those pages? We're going to swipe to the left, and that'll bring you to what they call the applications, the car applications. That's where you're going to find the ones you want to set on your home screen. So AM, FM. So let's say I want to have, let's see. Let's say I want to have my messages on the home screen. Click on messages, and there it is. So now I have the same categories I had before, plus my messages. And let's say I want to have the AM radio, FM. And there you go, it replaces the satellite with the FM. So actually I'm going to go back and put the satellite so I don't get that static. And you see, once you click on a category, it'll expand it. So I'm going to click on either navigation or radio, because those are the only ones I have. I don't have a phone connected. So let's say I click on the navigation, or it'll bring up my maps. You can extend it further. to fill up the entire screen. Nice crisp resolution. I can collapse it. I can always go back with the home button. Same thing for if I want to change the radio station from the screen. Expand it, and I can scroll through the channels. You know, I have my FM button there. I can see what's in my library, etc. So all the radio functions are there on the side. Click on it to collapse, and it takes me back to the beginning. So those are called, Volvo calls them applications. And depending on your vehicle trim model, you're going to have either more or less applications here to choose from, depending on how it's equipped. Let's go back to the beginning. The other screen is going to be on the swiping to the right. Your vehicle functions. This is where you can turn the vehicle functions on and off. And also another, again, depending on how you got your vehicle equipped, you can either have more or less buttons here. These buttons are configurable. You can press and hold and move them around to your liking. Like right now, blind zone indicator warnings, those are activated. If I want to deactivate them, I deactivate them. Pretty straightforward, right? Right now I have the rear headrest on, or folded up. If I click this, it's going to collapse them. I don't know if you saw that, but now I don't have them folded up. So again, depending on how you got your vehicle equipped is going to determine how many of these icons you have on the vehicle function screen. And that's about it. So you have 3 pages of information, and then your climate controls. Now there's one more thing you can do, which is on the top you have these 2 little lines. That's a drop down menu. Very familiar, like if you have an iPhone or Android, they have the same thing. That drop down menu, turn down the volume here, is going to give you access to your digital owner's manual, your personal profile on the vehicle, which you can set up. We'd help you set that up on delivery, and the vehicle settings and preferences. So for example, if I click on settings, now you can start narrowing down to the category. If I want to personalize something on the car, I can adjust the display, the way it looks, the way the lights and the locks function, the mirrors, if they fold, if they move. All that stuff is adjustable here for the vehicle preferences. Let's just go back here and close that out. An actual owner's manual, I'll just click on it so you can see what it looks like. It's the actual manual. It has to load up here. And it's pretty straightforward. So this is pertinent to the vehicle that it's installed in. You can have access to the quick guide. It narrows it down from interior to exterior. So let's, for example, let's just click on the exterior if I want to find out how, let's say, maybe a little bit of more information on, I believe, the locks. I think that should be this one right here. The remote key. And it gives you some additional information on how the key works on this car. And again, really nice display. It's sharp, it's colorful, it's a nice high res display. Personal profile, again, you can, once you have everything personalized, you can save it to a setting, and then that way the vehicle's ready for you. But again, that's a quick tutorial, a quick introduction to this system. And once again, depending on the model you have or you're looking to have, it's going to have the same amount of pages, it's just a different amount of icons and functions. But they're all accessible either by swiping to the left or through the right. And then you just have a home screen. If you notice, the home screen is only going to have 4 blocks of information. That's because they don't want you scrolling all the way up and down while you're driving and driving distracted. So a nicely thought out is this system. And if you put it in reverse, this will give you also access to the rear backup camera. And I don't know how well this shows on my phone, but it's a really nice high-res camera. And here you can access functions on the camera, the lines, remove them, add them, cross traffic alert if you want to activate it, deactivate it, etc. So there you go. If you have this system, love to hear how you're enjoying it. If you have any questions, you can, leave me a message. I'll do my best to answer. If you're looking to test drive a Volvo, I'm located here in the Central Valley in Fresno. Love to hear from you. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.